Hello, Charlene Bearhead. In preparation for your presentation at the 2021 UNESCO DCMÉT Chair Symposium, thank you for participating in this interview. Please tell us about yourself.
Okay, Shanish, thank you for inviting me. So as you said, my name is Charlene Bearhead, and first and foremost, I would say I'm a mother, a grandmother, an auntie, a community member here in Treaty 6 territory. I live in the shared territory of the Dene, the Cree, the Nakota, and the Métis in central Alberta. But I'm also an educator, and I've been an education activist, ally for many, many years. I am currently the Director of Reconciliation at Canadian Geographic and on the advisory of the National Film Board, Indigenous Education Advisory there. And so really my life and my work are very intertwined in that it's about us coming together, it's about reconciliation, it's about truth seeking, both in and out of home, work, and personal life, working towards better community, better country, and hopefully, better home for our children globally.
Thanks. And what are your concerns about your country or region at the moment?
So as I said, I live in Alberta. And so I have deep concerns currently about the backwards movement of the Alberta government. With regard to reconciliation and Indigenous education, we were on a very good track post-TRC. There was a full curriculum rewrite, cross-curricular, to really honor and embed and respect Indigenous knowledge, practices, protocols, science, and that has come to a screaming halt, and in fact, a backwards movement. And in fact, I'm concerned about some of the lack of uptake and action for reconciliation, education, for relationship building, for that whole focus on citizenship from a really grounded, connected perspective. And I think that's something that we have to be really cautious about right across the country, that just because the Truth and Reconciliation Commission is over doesn't mean that we can just slide back to the way that we used to do things. And so that's a big concern for me right now. And I'm really grateful that there are many educators and others across the country, including the many people that are joining us here, to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Well, that slides into our last question. What are your current sources of inspiration?
That's an easy one for me. The inspiration for me is the young people these days. They're just like incredibly courageous. And so what I'm really loving is that I think that, I often say the average 9-year-old in this country right now knows more than the average 50, 60, 40-year-old about Indigenous peoples, about the territory where they live, about our relationship, about our collective colonial history. But they're also really deeply concerned. It's amazing how concerned young people are about the environment, about, the wellness of the earth, the wellness of all that's connected, the wellness of human beings and of all human beings from all races, all cultures, all backgrounds. And so I really take my inspiration and my hope from the young people. And so I choose to spend my time really uplifting and honoring and supporting the young people and the work that they're doing now. And I feel like that's our real hope for the future. And I think that's why gatherings like this are so, so important as we share those practices of what can we do and what are our best ways of supporting the young people.
Great. Thanks very much, Charlene Bearhead, for this interview.
Shanish.